What's up, YouTube? This is Chaos Christ, here to hopefully enlighten a couple people about a great injustice that's being done all over the world. Most people aren't aware of this because it's just, I don't know, it's just not publicized or what, but I keep fish and various aquatic creatures. It's a hobby of mine. I very much enjoy it. And as a result, I've done lots of research, and I've learned many different things, and not to brag, but veritable encyclopedia on various freshwater fishes and etc. Well, along with all this research, I have discovered several extremely disturbing things. Mainly, it has all led me to the conclusion that if you are a creature and you dwell in the water, you have no rights. And I'm just going to take this time to now enlighten people as to the horrible things that happen to these creatures. The most common one is dyeing and tattooing. This can be done in multiple ways, but every single way is extremely harmful to the animal. It's not always fish. They dye frogs now too. Give them really cute sounding names like bubblegum parrotfish or tutti frutti frogs because, it's so cute that they've been mutilated. So, there's several processes that are used to achieve this. One involves injecting them with dye. With needles, that would be the equivalent of stabbing yourself in the arm with a pencil. And, that's used in various different ways. Sometimes it's fluorescent dye injected into glass fish so that they have little fluorescent bits. Or sometimes it's blood parrots or anything really, just getting their colors altered. There's also tattooing, which involves burning colors onto them with a laser, often used to dye live bearers, or, shall I say, tattoo live bearers, and again, blood parrots. And blood parrots are a wonderful little hybrid cichlid that just get the worst of all of it. And, so they'll tattoo things like I love you, or a heart, or give them lipstick, or some shit. And again, it's very painful for the fish. And then there's the other way, which literally involves dunking them in acid to dissolve away their slime coat, which is an essential part of their immune system. And then they're dunked in dye, and then they're dunked in another solution, which artificially replaces the slime coat. And all of these processes that I've described to you have an extremely high mortality rate. The majority of these creatures do not survive the dyeing process. And the ones that do have their lifespans significantly shortened from the traumatic event that they underwent when they were just a little baby. And then there's another process that's happening mainly with two particular hybrid cichlids, but mainly, again, blood parrots. They wear, at a young age, their tail, and not just the fin, but the actual part of their body that their tail is amputated with scissors. This is also done to flowerhorn cichlids. And this is so that as they grow, their body grows into a heart shape due to the lack of tail. So they're called heart parrots or love parrots. And the irony in this is that, of course, their means of creation couldn't be any less loving. Then there's fin scraping, which is commonly done to flowerhorns, cichlids, and apparently there's some spot they get on their fin occasionally that I think it was the Japanese consider to be unlucky. So they pull them out of the water and take a sharp instrument and scrape their fin down to the meat until it's pink and raw. It's really fucked up. So yeah, there's a lot of things to ask yourself as a fish keeper, like whether or not you want to keep hybrids, and whether or not you want to take chances with what fish you mix together. But do not ever buy dyed, tattooed, or mutilated fish, people, or frogs. They give them cute names, but it isn't cute. It's a horribly abusive process, and by buying them, you're supporting it. So they're only going to keep doing it because it keeps making them money. And that's all they care about. They don't care about the well-being of these animals, these creatures who have every right to live and have every right to happiness just as much as, in my opinion, a human or any other animal on this planet. So that's fucked up. I thought that was shit. Shit was fucked up. I knew about dying for a long time. But then, there's another thing that I found out. Apparently in China, and I think a couple other Asian companies, there's this new hot little item. Where a fish, a little frog or a newt, or a turtle, little all-course babies, are sealed inside of a bag almost no bigger than them, with an extreme limited supply of oxygen and water, completely sealed and made into keychains. This is I honestly would kill these people if I could. I would. They deserve nothing less than the most painful death imaginable, because this is just absolutely horrible. You're abusing these animals, and it's they don't even care. They don't even fucking care. And these are just the ones that are in the pet industry. That doesn't even include fishes that are literally skinned, filleted, and fried alive, and then eaten alive because I guess they want the freshest possible meal. And a lot of this shit, this really fucked up shit happens, in countries, that are not necessarily all that up with their animal rights, but here in America we still buy dyed fish, we buy dyed frogs and mutilated ones, and we are no better than they are. None whatsoever. And it's just fucked up, because if I went to the police and told them that someone was abusing their fish, I'd probably get laughed out of the police station. Oh, it's just a fish, it doesn't matter. No, it's not just a fish. It is another living creature, just as much as you and me, just as much as your dog, just as much as your cat, any other pet. Oh, they only have a 3-second memory. No, again, this isn't true. That's a complete myth that people tell each other and themselves to make themselves feel better about abusing these creatures. In fact, they have just as good of a memory as any other animal, and many of them are just as intelligent as dogs. I have multiple ones that are completely hand-tamed. And I haven't even had them all that long. And these are stupid creatures that can't remember longer than 3 seconds. They can't remember longer than 3 seconds. How the fuck do they remember me? How are they not terrified of me by natural instinct? The answer? Their memories stretch back a long time. And many of them have very long lifespans. But people just don't care. On the other hand, though, if I went to a police station and told them that someone was abusing their dog, most of the time, if you live in some backwards redneck town, I can't guarantee this, but something would be done about it. What is the difference? To me, there is none, but it just seems to me, again, if you are a creature and you live in the water, you have no rights. So we need to take it up to ourselves to be responsible and realize what's right and what's wrong and act accordingly. And I just wanted to bring this issue to people's attention because it's something that just really disturbs me. especially because I love fish and aquatic creatures. They're some of my favorite animals on the planet, and I see them suffering all the time. I can't go into a pet store without seeing a died fish. When they come in every color under the rainbow already. It's just stupid and ridiculous. And it just saddens me greatly. So folks, this is Chaos Christ, signing off.